Hello YouTubers, Christian here, Ed. Wanted to do this video with my stock market Sunday picks, and the video would have come out a little bit earlier, but unfortunately I misplaced the GoPro, found it under the couch, so this is why it's coming out now. But with all that being said, wanted to mention 3 stocks that I'd be looking at getting now, 3 that I'd be looking at soon, and 3 that I'd be looking at getting a little bit later. And I'm just going to mention the ticker names. Everybody's got their own ways of investing. This is all just being done for entertainment purposes only. So I'm just going to mention the tickers, and it's worth possibly, checking out a little bit of the news and information about them, and might be something interesting to find there and worth, getting into. So that all being said, basically the first pick is I kind of lumped several stocks together, and these are some which are SPACs by Chamath Palihapitiya. SPACs, of course, they are rather risky, but depending on how you play them and how you look at them, you can still make some decent money if you know what you're doing. And specifically with Chamath, I've had good results myself, but things in the future no one really knows. But I already invested in these, and depending on when they come in, if they fall at a lower price, I might get some more. With all that being said, that is IPOD, IPOE, and IPOF. Essentially, IPOD and F, they're around, if possible, could get in around the $14, $15 or so mark. That would be a good point. Maybe a little bit more depending, but IPOE already took a little bit of a bump up because of all the stuff that's been going on recently with stock things going on with Robinhood and other brokers restricting trading on select assets. So that's what that is, but worth checking out. The second stock that I'd call out would be SFT, and that one I'd look at hopefully getting in around the $7 to $8 range. It could possibly be a little bit over. It's been hovering usually over $8 quite recently, but this is a potential good thing for the future. So I got myself a little position just recently today, and hoping to get some more again if it falls at those prices again. So BFT, and that one hopefully around the $14, $15 mark would be the ideal. Of course, everybody's got what they're willing to pay, but what I'm listing here are just things that I feel comfortable getting in at. And depending, of course, how the market's going, sometimes have to go a little bit over, but it all depends. And going into the 3 stocks that I'd be looking at getting soon, first one would be Orgenesis, ORGS, and that one is around the $450, $550 mark or so is what I would call is being a safe bet for that, and where I would get some more at as well. I had gotten some already previously, but I'd be happy to get more at those prices. LGVW, that one I think also around the $14, $15 mark. Some interesting things. This is also a SPAC play, but there's some good investors backing it, so even including Bill Gates, but yeah, just worth a check out possibly. Mara, which is essentially it's a Bitcoin mining kind of stock, but that one is MARA. Hopefully, ideally, around the $12, $16 mark would be where get in. Probably when I get into this, I'll figure it'll probably be a little bit over that, then end up paying, but especially those prices be very comfortable. Later stocks that I'd be looking at include NNDM, and that one, if it fell to the $4, $6 mark, be very comfortable getting in. It probably never will. Some of these later picks, I'm just throwing what like I said, considerable points of entry for me. But depending what happens, maybe get in a little bit higher, but it's just what it is. And then PLTR, I'd say around the $18, $21, maybe $22 mark for that one, depending on where it fell, would be the ideal point. But yeah, just a very interesting company that's going to go places in the future, so we're checking out. And last but not least, also in that same line, it's Abcerella, ABCL, and that one I'd say around anywhere between the 36 to maybe $42 mark or so, but depending on how that happens, the cheaper the better. But yeah, all that being said, those are 3 picks that I've been looking for recently and that I'd be considering for the near to short-term future. Hopefully there's something helpful there, and don't forget that there's some free stock links down below that if you want to join with a broker, that you'll get something out of it, and so will I, so it helps the channel. Hopefully some of these picks might be interesting. Check out the information. It's always good to do due diligence, and might be surprised what finds. So with all that being said, best of luck to everybody trading out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.